Good afternoon, students. Myself, Munshi Rashidul Islam, Assistant Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering, JIS College of Engineering. Now, under the subject Engineering Mechanics ME 201, today we have discussed about the topic. That topic we have just starting in the last class. That is actually first class we have covered in this module, that is actually center of gravity and moment of inertia. Now today we have discussed the continuation of the last class, that is actually the different CG or centroid value for a standard figure. So that we will discuss in today's class, and also the different types of application and principle also we discuss in the today's class. So now from the continuation of the last class we have discussed how to calculate the different types of standard value, just like rectangle, triangle, semicircle, quadrant, circle, sphere, trapezium, etc. Now today we have discussed parabolic spindle. Parabolic spindle, the area will be A is equal to, if height is h and b is breadth, so A is equal to b into h by 3. So xc means according to x-axis, CG will be xc is equal to 3b by 4 and yc will be 3h by 10. Now quadrant of a parabola. So A is equal to 2bh by 3, xc will be 5b by 8 and yc will be 2h by 5. But one question is there, how it can be remembered? So you have to remember in such a way that suppose one and table you have to write one by one standard figure, and in right hand side what will be the value of xc and yc. That is actually the tricks to remember this type of value, standard value. Rectangular parallelepiped, that means V is equal to ABC, that means A, B, C are also given. XC will be A by 2, YC is equal to B by 2, and ZC is equal to C by 2. Now circular cylinder, so V will be pi r square L, XC will be 0, YC will be L by 2 and ZC will be 0. Hemisphere, that will be volume, total volume will be 2 pi r cube by 3, x will be 0, yc is equal to 0 and z is equal to 3r by 8. Ring circular cone, so V will be pi r square h by 3, xc will be 0, yc is equal to 3h by 4 and ZC is equal to 0. And this is the actual table to remember how the CG value can be calculated according to the point of view as per the figure. So number 1, straight line, length will be L and x bar and y bar value, both the cases will be L by 2. Now number 2, wire ring, the length will be 2 pi r if r is actually the ring radius, and center of gravity or center of circle, that will be x bar is equal to r, y bar is equal to r. Semicircular wire AB, that means length will be pi r and in x axis will be r value and y bar is equal to 2r by pi. Now for circular rectangle cases, if I consider the one side is a, another side is b, so that will be value in x side, that will be a by 2, and y side that will be b by 2, and area will be a into b. And square, yes, if I consider a square, so x bar and y bar both the value will be same, a by 2, and area will be a square. And if I consider semicircle, so the distance will be 4r by 3 pi in x bar, y bar is equal to r, and area will be pi r square by 2. So right angle triangle, so that will be value, if lower portion is b and the height is h, so according to x bar, that value will be b by 3, and y bar is equal to h by 3, or 2h by 3, not h by 3, 2h by 3, and area will be half into b into h. So triangle, semicircle, quarter circle, cylinder, everything can be discussed here if you follow this table, and you can easily accept this, because you have to remember all the value, standard value, and after applying this standard value, you have to calculate the different types of complicated CG or composite section, center of gravity or centroid of a figure. Now centroid of a line, that means centroid of a straight line. Now selecting the x coordinate along the line, so LXC is equal to integration 0 to L x dx. So if I put the value in the above equations with lower limit 0 and upper limit L, so we can get L square by 2. So thus the centroid lies at midpoint of a straight line, and whatever be the orientation of the line. And this is the diagram where the if I consider one line with some tangent with some resultant value, so we can get along with the theta angle, and also the center point can be located by the application of the coordinate system. Now centroid of an arc of a circle. So length is equal to length of the arc is equal to 2r into 2 alpha. So dl is equal to small portion of the arc, that means dl is equal to r into d theta. Now so xc and l is equal to minus alpha to alpha x dl. So xc l is equal to r into 2 alpha and integration minus alpha to alpha r theta, r cos theta, r d theta. Now taking the value of r, that is will be constant value, so r square is equal to integration minus alpha to alpha sin theta, and after putting all the values we can get r sin alpha by alpha, that is actually the value of x coordinate, x axis, centroid or center of gravity. Now in the other hand, if I consider the y axis, so that value will be 0, because the theta value will also be 0 in this regard. Now for the semicircle cases, xc will be 2r by pi and yc will be 0, and for a quarter circle x is equal to 2r by pi yc obviously is the same value 2r by 5. Now find out that determine the centroid of the wire as shown in the figure. If I consider a wire with length of 600 millimeter, so how to calculate the value of a centroid of the wire? Now the wire is divided into three segments: AB, BC and CD. AB, BC and CD. As now taking A as origin of the coordinate of the centroids AB, BC and CD are, so G1 into 300 into comma 0, G2 600 comma 100 and G3 600 minus 150 cos 45 degree comma 200 plus 150 sin 45 degree. So G3 493.93 comma 306.03. Now L1, L2, L3 will be L1 is equal to 600 millimeter, L2 is equal to 200 millimeter and L3 is equal to 300 millimeter. Now total length L is equal to 600 plus 200 plus 300, that means 1100 millimeter. Now LXC is equal to summation of X Li Xi. We can get 1100 X is equal to the L1 X1 plus L2 X2 plus L3 X3. Now putting all these value, we can get Xc is equal to 407.44 millimeter and Yc will be 101.66 millimeter. So now again we repeat this equation. Now in this slide we can get the different value of x axis and y axis according to the area. So we have just mixed out this value, that means the quarter circle. In quarter circle x bar will be 4r by 3 pi if r is actually the radius of the quarter circle. So 4r by 3 pi will be the x bar value, and obviously the y bar, that means y axis centroid, will be the same value 4r by 3 pi, and the area will be pi r square by 4. Now if I consider the semicircle, so x semicircle with radius r, so in x axis x bar will be 0 and y bar will be 4r by 3 pi, and obviously the area will be pi r square by 2. Now next point is circular sector. Circular sector means a circular section with some certain angle, and that will be considered here. So if I consider the x axis according to x axis centroid, so that value will be 2r sin alpha by 3 alpha. So here alpha is actually the cone angle, and y bar obviously 0, and area will be ar square. Now next point, that will be the circular segment in x direction. So that will be 4r by sin alpha cube by 3 into 2 alpha minus sin 2 alpha. So this is the most difficult equation to remember, but you have to remember it in just like a table. And obviously in y direction y bar will be 0 and the area will be r square by 2, into 2 alpha minus sine 2 alpha. And in cylindrical surface cases, the value will be h by 2 if h is actually the length of the cylinder, and our volume will be pi r square into h. So these are actually the main formula that you remember to solve the problem regarding the centroid or center of gravity. So next class we have discussed how to solve the problem relating to center of gravity, and the formula, all the formula that I mentioned today in today's lecture. So these are very important, and these implementation are too much in the numerical problem. Thank you for today's class.